Okay, so I want to discuss the two best extreme units in the game right now, I think, in my opinion. Because I know a lot of people may think, oh, Rose's definitely in the discussion, or Harudagon's definitely in the discussion, or Zamatsu's definitely in the discussion. And I'm like, bro, no, they're not. They're not where they need to be, especially Frieza. He's trash. But let's go ahead and talk about this Majin Buu that just came out. He's the GOAT. We just gonna call him Mr. GOAT. And then we're gonna talk about the actual best extreme unit in the game. But he's number two. If you was to ask me, okay, make a list of the best extreme units right now, it would go something like, well, I'm not gonna say number one. It should be obvious though. But number two is this Boo. Number three is the believe it or not, I still believe Harudagon is better than LR Zamasu. Even though it's a coin flip. Sometimes I feel good with Zamasu, and sometimes I feel good with Harudagon, but it all depends on how I feel. Sometimes like in an event, like Cell Max event, I much rather run Zamasu than Harudagon. You see what I'm saying? But I think Harudagon overall is a better unit than Zamasu because he just has the dodge, he stacks. I mean, and it's a lot of longer content, so you actually have a chance to stack with Harudagon. And as long as you build him the correct way, you should be dodging. But who else? Probably, I don't know. She's not even an extreme unit. She's a good she's a good Android 21 unit. Um I don't know, but the list is very small. This is why I'm making this video. But this Majin Buu right here is a deserved easy A. I mean, ever since they easy A the Go Tanks, we should have expected this Go Tanks to, I mean, this Buu to easy A because they were a pair. So I was already expecting him to easy A. I just didn't want to get my hopes up too high because this was my favorite unit in Dokkan before STR Cooler came out. STR Cooler is still probably my favorite unit in Dokkan, even though you can't run him anywhere. It's just no, like when he came out, I was so hyped and so excited. Like, Cooler is such a cool dude, bro. Like, he a villain, but he's so cool. But Majin Power, Artificial Life Forms, 3 key HP, attack and defense, 170%. Oh, well, Majin Power is 4 key and 170%. But he's also an important unit everybody should have. Like, spend your 500 redstones on this unit. If you're a villain person, if you love villains. Because you could just never summon for a villain and you'll beat the entire game. But you're not going to get every mission in the game. That's the catch 22. So if you want to actually complete the game, you need extreme units. And you need extreme units like him. Who's like, look at his categories. Majin Power, Artificial Life Forms. Bro, Majin Power was down bad before now. And Artificial Life Form just had the biggest glow up of 2024, bro. No cap. Look, key +3, attack and defense 150%, plus an additional attack 50% when performing a super attack. Reduces damage received by 40%, and if there's another Majin Power category ally attacking in the same turn, plus an additional damage reduction of 30%, plus an additional attack and defense 50% when there are no Majin Power category enemies. Exchange with Majin Buu pure evil when conditions are met. And his conditions are literally the very next turn. So he has 70% damage reduction. He has defense, 150% defense, but that 70% damage reduction is lovely. 40% base if you're not running a Majin Power unit. But you are. You're definitely gonna have one. It's just one. You only need one. And at the start of battles, it's not that big of a deal because Majin Buu, he'll sit there, he'll eat the attack, and after he sits there and eat the attack, he'll come back on next turn, or you could fix your rotations because the problem with him is you can end up on turn 3 with him. You know what I'm saying? And wait, before I even talk about that, his super attack effect is greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes immense damage to enemy. But you got to understand, artificial life forms, they need this category badly. Like an embarrassing amount of badly. Because of the missions that they release with this right here. I mean, Boo is actually a discussion as well. The new Boo. I'm gonna pull up the new Boo as well. But he's giving him a run for his money. So I already told you the exchange conditions. Same thing here. It's the same thing here. Now it's just 200% attack and 150% defense. The defense didn't change at all. But he still gets 70% damage reduction with the Majin Power category ally in the same turn. Or just a base 40%. Plus an additional attack and defense 50% when there are no Majin Power category enemies. I like it when it says this, I like it more. You know what I'm saying? I like it more when it says this because most of the game is not a Majin Power category enemy. It's different categories. So when a passive is like this, I like it. I hate when a passive is like, oh, it's only if you are against a Majin Power enemy. So, great chance of stunning an attack enemy. That's 70% chance, by the way. And you could use this damn near everywhere. The Gogeta fight, you can't use it. The Beast Gohan fight, you can't use it. But you can use it against Cell Max. You can use it against, what's it, like, damn, is it just Cell Max? Hold on, don't get me lying now. Hold on, I'm thinking there's more fights you could debuff. I just gotta get my Dokkan knowledge up. I gotta get my Dokkan knowledge up. But high chance of evading enemies' attack too. So that's 50%, which is pretty insane. I mean, you could do the Supreme Spectacle battles, but they not really that much of a challenge no more to me. You know what I'm saying? Well, it is challenging if you don't run good units. I'm gonna say it like that. But if you got good units, then it shouldn't be hard. And now let's just hurry up and get rid of him and go to his last form. So, all right, come on. Don't do this to me. Okay, there we go. Key +4, attack 250%, defense 200%, plus an additional attack 100% when performing a super attack. Reduces damage received by 50%, and if there's another Majin Power category ally attacking in the same turn, plus an additional damage reduction of 20%, plus an additional attack 50% and chance of performing a critical hit 25% per rainbow key sphere obtained. Bro, this nigga is goated. And massively raises attack and greatly raises defense for 3 turns, causes immense damage to enemy and seals super attack. So, he's solid. I didn't read his transformation conditions, but he's really good. He's really solid. And I just want to speed past him because he's not really the main focus. He is. You really want to keep him in this state until you want to do damage. And then that's when you transform. And his conditions, his HP is 70% or more starting from the 4th turn after exchange. So that means after Evil Buu comes out, you got 4 turns basically to get him. You got 2 rotations until you can get him. Unless you float him off, and then as soon as you turn into Evil Buu, float him off, and then he'll come back and he's able to transform. But to be honest, I mean, this second form is you could tell me that this is a better the better state to be left in, because that extra 50% chance to dodge is needed. 70% damage reduction is good, but you never know when you need to dodge. So let's go to the other good unit. Let's go ahead and just translate this right here. And if you can't tell, I mean, we can skip that and go here, because I do like the new wiki, but I like how this is just, if you don't know who this is AGL Broly. I know you can't see it because the wiki, it be tripping, bro. It be lagging and all type of stuff. But this is LR AGL Broly, the actual best extreme unit in the game. So Super Boss's transformation, what is this? Get this out my face. Super Boss's transformation boost or full power category key +3. And HP attack and defense 170%, plus an additional HP attack and defense 30%. What the fuck? Oh, okay. So raises attack, raises defense for 1 turn, and causes colossal damage to enemy. Greatly raises attack, greatly raises defense for 4 turns, and causes mega colossal damage to enemy. Now, greatly raises attack, greatly raises defense for 4 turns, and causes mega colossal damage to enemy. So this is an important stat because this is 4 turns. Activates the interest animation upon entry once only. Key +5, attack and defense 100%, and launches an additional super attack for 4 turns from the character's entry turn. Attack and defense 150%, guards all attack, plus an additional key +1 per key sphere obtained, plus an additional attack 50% when performing a super attack, plus an additional defense like, look at all these pluses, bro. And if it's an ultra super attack, plus an additional key +2 and launches an additional super attack as the first or second attacker in turn, plus an additional key oh my god, launches an additional super attack and high chance of launching and another additional super attack as a third attacker in turn. So, bro, he got so many super attacks. He's stacking defense. He has an active skill. He has an intro animation, and it lasts for four turns. Yeah, and he does like 4 to 5 supers, depending on where you put him in slot slot 4, slot 2, or slot 3. So, bro, he's goated. I don't care what anybody says. He's the GOAT. And transforms into Super Saiyan Broly full power, activates the domain expansion. Let's just call it what it is, a domain expansion. Dokkan, we're on to you. That JJK had him. Look, Amasu was cooking up in the lab and was like, oh my God, have you seen a new domain expansion? Yeah, we're about to use that in our game. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit's fire. But Extreme Class, little do y'all know though, I don't watch JJK. Like, little do you know, I don't care about JJK. I just know about the domains. I just know about the crazy demon and the fingers and all the crazy. I just know the main character shit. I don't know nothing about JJK. I don't watch JJK. I don't care about JJK. But the domain expansions I heard is pretty lit. So let's go ahead into the transforming Broly. Come on, where you at? Where you at? Show me the goods. Okay, so now his super attack is raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes colossal damage to all enemies. This is an AoE. There is a Cyberman event, and he destroys that Cyberman event. You could get plenty of free stones. You could get plenty of rewards. There's a lot of missions. He can also do the punching bag event. If you bring LR Broly can hit hard. He could definitely hit that 99 million. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to let you know he's useful. This is useful. Even though I know a lot of people clown it like, oh, turn 4, or turn 6, or turn 5, AoEs, like, ha ha ha. But this shit is useful. Especially in these deeper fights with multiple enemies, this is useful. So, his 18 key is greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes mega colossal damage to enemy. Key +6 in attack and defense 300%. Guards all attacks. Plus an additional key +1 per key sphere obtained. Reduces damage received by 26% before attacking. While in the domain expansion. He got a domain expansion, bro. Broly has aura, bro. Attack +50% when attacking. Plus an additional defense 50% when receiving an attack. Bro, he's busted. He's busted. He's already busted. We ain't even get to the attacking stuff yet. He's already the best extreme unit in the game. Launches an additional super attack when attacking. Chances of performing a critical hit +26%. When performing a super attack and chance of performing a critical hit +26%. So this dude just got critical hit on top of critical hit on top of critical hit. When performing an ultra super attack, launches another additional super attack when key is 24. So, okay, let's just set up the scenario. Let's say there's 3 attacks in slot 1 and there's 4 attacks in slot the what would I call it? So after the first attacker attacks, then the enemy attacks. So let's say Broly gets hit. Boom. He has his damage reduction. He has guard. You're not taking much damage, is essentially what I'm saying. His defenses is high. His start of turn defense is 300%. That's insane. You know what I'm saying? So he's tanking everything. He's eating everything. Even before he supers. Now, if he supers, nothing in the game is touching him. Nothing. Nothing in the game is touching him. There's nothing in the game touching him. Or stopping him or damaging him. And he's doing so much damage that it's like, what in the hell? How does he have this many supers? This is actually the best extreme unit in the game. But we got one more that I sort of wanted. I didn't want to do this at first. But I got time. You know, I got nothing but time. I don't got to rush. You know what I'm saying? I got nothing but time. Cards. Now let's go to this new Buu that just came out. Woohoo! Now this Buu is definitely in discussion. So, first things first. You want to pull him because his leader skill is so good. You don't have no idea how much he's helping out sworn enemies and story figures. Them teams needed this badly. I mean, he is the sworn enemy and story figure savior. Because you're not running Bardock as a leader. I'm not running Tech Bardock as a story figure's leader. Bro, he's trash. He's garbage. I'm not messing with him. Now, category key plus 3 HP attack and defense 170%, plus an additional HP and attack and defense 30% for characters who also belong to the Worldwide Chaos or Resurrected Warriors category. You know, Mr. Goat, hold on, I'm sorry. I be so locked in, I don't really be paying attention to the ads and stuff, so I'm sorry for all of that. I apologize. But activate the interest animation once only and recovers 10% HP at start of character's attack and turn for the rest of battle. Recovers an additional 10% HP for 5 turns from the character he's in. Oh, so he's just recovering HP for free. So that's 20% for 5 turns just for free. Every time he comes on rotation for free, he's getting 20. You're getting 20% HP for free. Just for free. For free. Here you go. Eat up. Key plus 2 attack and defense 150%, plus an additional attack and defense 150%. When performing a super attack, launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack. Guards all attacks when HP is 50% or more at the start of turn. Recovers 10% HP at the start of turn. And if HP is 30% or less at the end of turn, recovering an additional 10% HP. Dang. Revives with HP fully recovered when the character is KO'd. Yup, he's a revival. Survives KO attacks after once. This is only once after he's already revived. So it doesn't messes up the revive. So after you revive, he gets a survive KO mechanic. He gets an additional attack and defense 100%. He guards all attacks. And this is just because he has an HP condition. Remember, he has an HP condition above 50% if you don't get his revival off. But you're pretty much always going to be above 50%. And if you're not, look, here's the thing with Dokkan. They're smart. I know I hear a lot of the true fans, oh, it's hard to get Mr. Buu's revive. It's because you're playing it wrong. What you got to understand is if you do happen to take so much damage, now you can easily get the revive when HP is under 50%. I don't see the problem. If you have the HP to live on, that means your Buu doesn't need the revive yet. Am I making sense? Like, I don't understand why people complain about the KO mechanic. Like, there is no reason to complain about this KO mechanic. It's set up for you to put him in slot 1 when he is not guarding so he can die. You know what I'm saying? So if you do happen to take a lot of damage, and then before the rotation, when the rotation starts and you're below 50% HP, then you can revive. If you're above 50% HP, you've got guard. You still can run a physical Majin Buu in slot 1. You still can run Tech Evil Buu in slot 1. Because you have more than 50% health, and they have 70% damage reduction. With 50% chance to dodge. And Physical Buu has a 50% chance to dodge, and he has guard. And he's recovering massively from links, from passive. Like, I don't understand. A lot of people complain about this Buu, and I just don't see it. I don't see it. I think this is a great build. I think he would be undeniably the best unit in the game if they gave him the whole rotation. He would be the best unit in the game if he just covered everybody. That would be broken. He would be number 1 in the game. He would be better than Beast Gohan. Because we didn't even get to his best part. Bro, we just sat here and read all of that, and this is not even the best part. This is how deep his bag is, bro. Y'all have to understand. Do not play with Majin Buu. And we didn't even finish we didn't even finish. So, he gets all of that. Launches an additional super attack starting from the turn in which the character's or an ally's revival skill is activated. Recovers HP with sweet treats. Now, this is his active skill. So you either do this on turn 7, or, which is a good thing, not 7th turn from his start. So if, let's say we got him on the 3rd slot, and then it's already turn 3, it would be turn 10 now. It's not that. It's just the 7th turn. So he could be the third. He could be he could be the rotated character. He could be the 7th slot character, and then it's still you still could do it turn 7, not turn 10. I hate those little Zamasu passives and what's his name, Vegito blue passive. I hate that shit. I hate when they do that. Like, oh, starting from his 5th turn. Like, man, I hate that passive. But look at this. Look at what he does. Massively raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage to enemy, and delays a single target enemy's attack for 1 turn. So he has a Ghost Usher. It changes all key spheres to cookies for 1 turn, key plus 12. He's full healing with a Ghost Usher. And you could do this twice. I'm trying to tell you right now, there's a reason to why they made him the way they made him. And I completely do not blame Matsu. This is not a bad kit. This is not a bad design. This is needed and necessary for the game's balance. Because Beast Gohan wouldn't even be better than this Buu if he covered the whole rotation. He would be better than Beast Gohan. I'm willing to fight people about it. He would be better than Beast Gohan if this character protected the whole rotation instead of it just needing him to die. He would undeniably be better than Beast Gohan. Like twice. Bro, that one thing in his passive would make him immortal. People would talk about this Buu all day. He would be immortal. He would be immortal. But that's it for him. I think Buu is only number 2 next to LR Broly. So I think it's LR Broly. I think it's this Majin Buu right here. I think it's the Tech Majin Buu. And I think you could convince me that Tech Majin Buu is better than Int Majin Buu. But it's just the conditions. It's about the fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those. You know what I'm saying? I can't just sit here and say, oh no, he's better right now. He's just undeniably better. When the units are so close together, they're both really good. They're both top tier. I can't sit here and be biased either. So that's that. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, but I think these are the extreme units that you need to go for. 9-year anniversary is coming up, and y'all need to save y'all stones. For LR Broly for sure, for physical Gogeta, and definitely for Beast Gohan. The Gammas, you can get away with the Gammas because the special pose is just so good right now that it's fucking ridiculous. So, you know, you could skip it. I don't recommend it, but you can. I'm going for all 4. I'm sorry. But yeah, let me end the video right here.